Well, hello everyone. This week for our midweek announcements, I want to start by having you remember something from almost 2.5 years ago. I will want you to remember that if you were coming to CRLC for church in February of 2020, what that was like when it came time to receive the sacrament of the altar. Coupled with that memory, and now with the new normal this month, I wanted to mention to you that we are beginning this Sunday, September 18th, to practice a new way, but yet the old way of receiving the sacrament of Holy Communion. So from now on, when you come into the church building, you will not pick up your pre-filled chalices on the white table just outside the sanctuary, but instead you'll pick up or you'll receive a bulletin just like before, and you will come and have a seat in the pew. And then at that time of our worship service, when it's time to receive the sacrament of Holy Communion, at an usher's instruction, your pew will be released and you'll come forward up to one of the two aisles to receive the sacrament of the altar. Now you may be saying, hey, I'm not sure I'm ready to receive that wafer and the cup of wine like I used to. I'm just not quite that far being on this side of the pandemic, and that is perfectly fine. On both sides of this pew, you will see here the pre-filled chalices. So if you're coming up, you certainly can pick that up. Just continue on the line, stop, receive your breaded wafer out of the cup, and then drink the wine. And then at the end of the line, they'll be posted on both sides a wooden bowl for you to place the empty chalice in. So you are welcome to continue to take communion by using the pre-filled chalices. For those who are ready to be back to the way of receiving the wafer from the pastor or other lay assistants, you will simply come forward, you'll bypass this and come to the altar as normal. You will receive the bread, the wafer in your hands by putting out your hands, and then go to the station, depending on which direction you're coming up, to receive handed to you the cup of wine. And if you prefer, there will be grape juice option available in that as well. We'll also have the gluten-free wafers if you make that request to the person who's handing out the wafers at that time to honor those folks who need that particular style of receiving communion. You'll then have your empty wine glass once you drink it, and you will place it into those same wooden bowls that the empty pre-filled chalices go in as well before making your way back to your respective pew. So we'll be doing that practice, and it is about your comfort level. Don't be forced to do it one way or the other. It's just what comes natural to you. For right now, there will not be a common cup option. We're just probably a little ways away from that coming back into style. But I really appreciate everybody going with this change and going back. I know a lot of people are looking forward to being able to approach the altar, as it does bring a sense of closeness to God in receiving the sacrament. And it probably will take us a couple weeks to get on to that again, just as it might take us as leaders up front to get on to doing this style of communion distribution once again as well. Well, as we now enter more fully into this month of September and things get into the groove of a school year and back to school, a lot of our activities are back up and running, including that of Sunday school with our worship services at 8 and 10:30. During the Sunday school hour for the older children of high school age, confirmation, and the adult class, we are together, and for a few weeks we're going to have sort of individual topics for the Sunday school before I begin leading an all class on the Disney movie Encanto in October. So mark that on your schedules and return to that practice, if you will, of enhancing your own faith in a much deeper way. Also a reminder that choir is back, and you're still an opportunity to join with them on their Wednesday nights at 7 o'clock rehearsal times. I hope that the fall is not overwhelming you and the things are going well for you, and we will now expect the temperatures to get a little cooler and the leaves to change a little bit of color. And of course, in the meantime, as always, take care, dear church.